In this lesson, I will show you how you can customize your Astra theme. You have two ways how you can access customization options. You can go right here and select customize, or you can go to your WordPress dashboard, go to appearance section and select customize. As you can see, the first option is meant for upgrading your Astra theme. With the free version, you don't have so many customization options available. So in this lesson, I will be talking about the global settings, about header. We will not be doing any changes to this section. We will do some adjustments in blog section, sidebar, and I have another lesson for footer, so there's more things to talk about it. We will not be doing any changes in menus right now, and we will not change anything in widgets because I will talk about widgets in another lesson as well. In homepage settings, as you can see, we have already set our homepage as home, the page which we created using Elementor. So this is our homepage, and as you remember, we created other page which we named blog, and we didn't do any changes to it. So this page is being used to display our blog post. Alright, let's go back, and in additional CSS settings we will not do any changes at all. So let's start with global settings and let's go to typography. So this section is all about fonts. We can change the font family of our website. So for example, if we would change it to other font, let's say to this one, as you can see, the font is different right now. So it's up to you. If you want to change the font family, you can adjust the size of the font and you can do other adjustments as well. So it's up to you if you want to do any changes right here, but I think my website looks good with a default font. So let's go back to default system font and let's go back, and in heading section, again, we can change the font of headings. So for example, if you would change the font family in this section, it would be applied for all headings from the first heading to the sixth heading. So for example, let's change it to Verdana, and as you can see, this font now is different. And for example, if we would go to our blog page, as you can see, this is the title of our blog which was added by default. And if we would go back to the previous font, let's go and select this one. As you can see, the font now is different. Right here you can change the font for each individual heading, so you can select different font for the first heading, for the second, but I believe there's no need to do any changes. Everything looks good by default. So let's go back and let's click back. So in color section, we can change the base colors. So right now theme color is set to blue. I would like to change it to an orange color, so all I have to do is just click right here and I will select this color. All right, I guess I will go back to my homepage. All right, so I'm just gonna change the theme color to a little bit darker orange, and we can change the link color. So again, I will use orange color, and I'm just gonna change it to a little bit darker color. And as you can see, it was changed right here. Now we have orange color. So yeah, it's up to you if you want to do any theme color changes, adjustments. So I'm just gonna change it to orange, and we can go back. Let's go back. In container settings, we can do some layout adjustments. We can change the layout of our website. So I highly recommend you to test all these options, all these settings, to see what fits your needs the best. But I will leave it as it is. I believe it looks quite good. So let's go back and let's click on buttons. So in buttons, basically you can change the color of buttons. You can even change the font of button, and you can do some spacing adjustments. But if you're not going to do any changes, the font is going to be used which was set for global settings, and the color is going to be used from the global settings as well. I believe everything looks quite good. So we can go back. Let's go back to the beginning and let's click on header options. So let's start with the site identity. So we could add a logo for our website. Let's click right here. And since I have already uploaded my logo, I'm just gonna choose from media library. But if you need to upload one, you can click right here and add files. Let's go back to library. And I'm just gonna choose this logo. Let's click select. All we have to do is just crop an image. So yeah, everything looks fine. I'm just gonna click crop image, and as you can see, the logo was added right here. It's a little bit too large, so we can change the size of this logo by moving this button. It looks much better, and right now we don't really need this title in our header, so we can disable it by clicking this option. As well, we could add a site icon. So the site icon is going to be displayed right here. So for example, let's select site icon. Since I have already uploaded it, I'm just gonna select from the media library. All right, just gonna select it, and as you can see, it was added right here. All right, let's go back and let's do some changes to primary header. So in this section, we can change the layout of our header. As you can see right here, if I will click on the second option, our header would look something like this, but I will go back to the original layout. I think it looks quite good. You can change the width of this header. You can even change the layout in your mobile device. So for example, we can check how our website would look on a mobile device by clicking right here. And if we would do some changes in this section, as you can see, our header would look something like this on a mobile device. As well, we can check how it's going to look on tablet. All right, let's change it back and let's go back to desktop view. All right, so let's go back, and primary menu, we can select an item which is going to be displayed right here. So right now it's selected as search. You can add a button, you could add a text, you can change the link of this button, but I'm going to keep a search. And if you want, you can test all these other options as well. Don't be afraid to test things yourself, because this way you'll find what fits your needs the best. All right, so let's go back to other settings and let's click transparent header. So right now our header is not transparent, as you can see. And if we would check this option, enable on complete website, as you can see, our header would be transparent. So the problem is that our text is not being displayed properly and we cannot see anything. So we would have to go back to global settings and we would have to change the text color of header. But I believe I'm just gonna use non-transparent header. So let's go back and let's uncheck this option. All right, let's go back. So all right, we are not going to do any changes for this section. Let's go to blog options and let's click on blog archive. To be able to see applied settings, we would have to go to our blog page. So you would have to click on your blog page. As you can see, this is our blog, and right here we can do some adjustments. We could swap the featured image with a title. So right now, if we would have an image for this blog post, the image would be displayed above the header, and if we would swap those two elements, the header would be displayed above the image. But I'm just gonna keep it as it was before. I guess I'm just gonna remove author from our meta. All right, as you can see, my email just disappeared, and basically these are the most important settings. As well, you can change the font, and this section you can do other changes, but everything looks good as this right now. So let's go back and we can do some changes in single post. So again, the settings are very similar, but these settings would be applied for a single post. So for example, if we would click on this post and if we would do any changes, for example, let's enable offer, and as you can see, it would be displayed right here. Let's disable it and let's go back. Let's go back, and sidebar, we can do some changes for a sidebar. So the sidebar is this section. So basically, sidebar uses widgets, and widgets are small blocks of content which can be displayed in various places of your website, in this case in a sidebar. So I would recommend you to hide this sidebar from the pages, so we could disable it. And in later lessons I will show you how you can add widgets to your sidebar, and it's up to you if you want to use the sidebar, but I will show you how you can add various widgets. Let's say you can add some type of image, you could add an ad to the sidebar, or you could add the most popular posts or any similar information. But if you don't want to have this sidebar on your website, in any pages, in any blog posts, or in the page of your blog, you can disable it by going right here and clicking no sidebar. But I will show you how you can add widgets to this sidebar. So let's go back, and as I mentioned you before about other options including footer, menus, and widgets, I will talk in another lessons. So basically that's all. This is how you customize your theme, and once you have finished doing changes, don't forget, go right here and click publish. So now we can close this section and we can go to our homepage, and let's see how our website looks now. So as you can see, now it looks much better. We have a logo right here, and basically it doesn't matter which theme you are planning to use. Maybe in the future you will decide to use other theme. All the customization settings are done in this section. So once you click customize, most of the themes have very similar customization options. Of course, if you have a free theme, you will not have so many customization options as if you would have with a paid version. So that's all. That's how you customize your theme.